Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ, anyị ekene unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi tata. Anyị sị unu ụtụtụ ọma, efifie ọma, mgbede ọma, site na ngara ebe isi wee na-esoyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa na Igbo midia, bụ ebe anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ ife gbara ọkpụrụkpụ na-eme na ana Igbo dị iche iche, obodo dị iche iche na ana Igbo na obodo nke anyị nọ n'ime ya. Dịka o si dị, ọbụna nke a bụ mgbọsị izizi gị ị na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ na Igbo midia, ekabalụ ka imetụ aka n'ebe a na-acha red and subscribe, share ekwe ya, gbakwa ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ka fasị na-esonyekwara anyị n'ihe anyị na-eme.
I came uninvited and I was ready to address any question. But you look at how disparaged they were in that particular space. One of the girls there, was insulting herself. So instead of them to engage, in a discussion and engage in more meaningful discussion, it was all about you are killing people, you are doing this in the East, people are dying, so they cannot engage. The problem is that the people you are talking about cannot engage in meaningful discussion. They cannot engage in intelligent discussion. It is always how you are killing people, how you are doing this, how you are doing that. And these people are the people who never spoke condemning the Nigeria state massacre, condemning the Nigeria state terrorism against their own people. Like you just hear somebody saying that they killed in Enugu state, they came with the military, the EKPA of one place has been killed, and they will come back in the evening as a terrorist, without uniform, and they killed. You can never see them make comments in condemnation of those kind of actions by the Nigeria state. But when I appear on their space, instead of them to have the opportunity to ask me difficult questions and questions that could also liberate them from the mental slavery, you see them saying, you are killing people in the Southeast, stop the shit at home, stop the shit at home. They do not understand that something actually led to the sit at home. That because when we want to protest in the streets, just like you, as a witness in Lekki Tollgate massacre, wouldn't you have preferred sitting at home than going to Lekki Tollgate to risk your life? That is the point. That is the reason we adopt this civil disobedience. Because each time you go to the street, Nigeria security agents, which is known as Nigeria Terrorist Organization by the BIAFRA government, will shoot you and kill you because they don't value the Nigeria flag. They don't value you as a human, just for rising up and picking up courage to protest that something is wrong. They kill you because it is not about the Nigeria as a nation. It's about some interests they are protecting. And that interest is what is manifested today. Muslim ticket, all geared to the Islamic State of Nigeria. So I am ready to always, go to spaces, even uninvited. Like I said, that's one you saw me. I was not invited. I just came in there because I saw that they were just being misinformed. They are misleading people, and I needed to correct some things. But you see, they were insulting themselves, thinking they're insulting me. So I had to leave. Thank you.
Honorable Prime Minister, I believe you know something about a man called Dr. David Masanga. Dr. David Masanga played a major role during the days of Martin Kano. He is also a very powerful Twitter host. So I don't know, talking about these people that have different divergent views about what you're doing, maybe if there's a way you could get across to Dr. David Masanga, who hosts spaces, especially that has to do with Pan-Africa and the freedom of African people. I guess that could be a neutral ground where there will be a very meaningful conversation, so that there are a lot of people who want to really join forces with you, because it's very clear that Igbos in Nigeria especially are being terribly marginalized as emasculated. So Dr. David Masanga could be a very, very reputable platform where we could bring in different opinions, and these things can be, properly addressed. I don't know if you can work with Dr. David Masanga to get this, because
yes, thank you very much. As a matter of fact, yes, thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I have been on David Masanga's platform for a very, very long time. but of course not on Twitter space or X space. It was rather on Pan-African Conference. I have been participating in that Pan-African conference and debate far back as 2020. But after the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB Nigeria attacked him just because he was giving me that platform. They attacked him and accused him of being part of the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the innocent man decided to respect himself and just decided not to talk about Biafra. I think maybe that was the reason. But today, I believe his eye will be very clear that the people who were actually attacking him were those who were put behind the ordeal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they wanted to cut every currency, every current that was, coming to see the continued liberation of Biafra. They wanted to cut everything off. So today, those who did not see at that time will be able to see now to know who the enemy, who the enemies are. So yes, you will see me in Matsanga's platform. I didn't know that he's hosting his Twitter space. So the media team, people can work on that. And we will always be there to address the concerns of everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Citizen. Thank you very much. Thanks so much. Thank you, Citizen. Thank you very much. And everyone on the platform, you can see that our PM is ready to engage. If you have meaningful questions and meaningful engagement, like Citizen just did, like the other, charisma brother, even though he was, one Nigerian news, but you saw him, he was sensible, and the PM was ready to answer him. Please, I would also love some of you to come up with your questions and then engage the PM of the Biafra Republic government, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Ndubisi Kevin, if you have a solid network, please grab the microphone. You have 60 seconds to do that. Ndubisi Kevin, Mazi. Mazi, as much as I thought I knew your network might be troublesome. Are you there? All right, go ahead, please. Go ahead. 5 countries that recognize us. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know if you heard him very clearly.
Thank you very much. The country that recognized Biafra during 1967 to 70, the recognition has not been withdrawn. So now we see that the recognition of Biafra is still valid and not withdrawn. So even though they have not issued any official statement as to the Biafra of today that we are restoring. So once Biafra is restored on December 2nd, it is official that that particular recognition, which was not withdrawn, has been restored as well. So we have also activated seeking the diplomatic relation with those countries and seeking the recognition, again, of the government. The recognition we are seeking with them is different from the recognition we seek from other states. recognition is for them to understand that the Biafra Republic Government in Exile is the only authentic and legal entity that represents the interests of Biafra people. So it is the restoration of that particular Biafra that was recognized by them will be restored on the 2nd of December. And then the diplomatic tussle will start from there. So we are not moved, and we are very, very optimistic that so long as the recognition has not been withdrawn anywhere, it is still valid, and we see that the recognition is still intact. And we will activate every diplomatic channel to make sure that the treaties and the relation with those countries will start. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi.
And in addition to the answer I've given you, just to make sure that we activate this particular diplomatic move, we have already started a process of filing application at the African Union, at the African Court in Banjul for the reparation to Biafra. This is the first time we're going to do that, and that will also give some kind of legitimacy to the Biafra government. A lot of things are happening that we have not informed Biafra yet, but as time goes on, those things will be made public. Thank you.
Thank you very much, PM. Mazi Kevin, I'm sure you are well mandated with that. Thank you so much. And I will move with speed because I know our PM has spent a long time here, and the Biafrans that are here, and the friends of Biafrans, and those that want to ask the PM, you have the chance to do that now that he is available. Mazi Onyeka Chuku, please grab the microphone. You've got 60 seconds to do that.
Thank you, everyone. On number show one, the Alonkan Kampi. Greetings, my Prime Minister. You are great. Thank you for your good work, sir. More grace to ever, sir. So I want to, when we are talking about the killings of Nigerian terrorists in uniform in Biafra land, I just want to remind people that they engage in harvesting organs of our people. Please, this one is rampant. This is what Abakele did. Harvest organs of Biafrans. In many barracks today, they have a tough bridge where they keep organs of Biafra. The Nigerian politicians reach agreement with the Gates Foundation to sell the organ. I want you to throw light on this one. They will know the crime they commit against our people, which is not reported. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
I don't know if our PM wants to respond to that. While we wait, we want Mazi Simon Ekpa, please grab the mic. You've got 60 seconds.
Wow. Good evening, everybody. Raf, good evening. My able Prime Minister, good evening. I really appreciate this opportunity to just talk to our Prime Minister. Prime Minister, please, I just want to thank you for two things. The first one, hello, okay. I think you can hear me, Raf.
Go ahead, your voice is coming out.
All right. So I want to thank you, Prime Minister, because like the Yorubas we say, Taba fiowo tumbo wi amaf fiowo si famora. So what that means is that when you beat a child, when you beat a child with your right hand, you will console him and drag him to yourself with love with your left hand. That is what that means. And it's just a parable. A parable in the sense that I was afraid when I heard what Enugu people, issues of Uzowane and their stubbornness that led to the massacre of a lot of people, which they thought that the deception of their Oluwole certificate for you could give them, the security could give them, and all those that have been championing how to grab their land and try to bring in those killers into their midst. So they believe so much in those deceptions, and they were dealt with. Now, I became afraid when I heard you saying that you kept mute. People in that side will say, "Oh, mom, you same." So I joined the voice of those that begged. Believe you me, I loved what you did. Quietly, you send the boys there. And the result is the cry that we started hearing. So I want to say a big thank you for that. You are a father indeed. Yes, they may look you as a baby face, but you are a real father. You scolded them with your right hand and you dragged them with love with your left hand. I want to say thank you so much. Now, the second thank you is about your visionary leadership. Your visionary leadership fast straight back to 2023, when it was a shock to many people of somebody who hosted the chief of staff in South Korea. And during the women leaders conference or so, he hosted. All of a sudden, a no-nonsense, divinely appointed son of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Prime Minister Obatobie, Simon Ekpa, all of a sudden, unannounced, just ejected indiscipline out of the system. Now we know why was that step taken. We can now see. So I want to say thank you because of the visionary. What BIAFRA and over 70 million could not see, you saw it and quickly addressed that issue so that 70 million people will not be under any danger at your watching nose. Thank you so much for that. Now the question is this. Please, what are we going to do with the deception, the craftiness of name for BIAFRA Military Council that is being circulated now so that to lure our people? And I begin to see the antecedent in Anambra, where some people went to the playing field and started, they became Ogbuefi, started killing Nama, and said yes and Anambra, yes Anambra, even mentioning up to 1 million times in order to win the heart of Biafrans. Please, what do you have to do? Because we have gone past this. All our eyes now are focused on the rising sun. What do we do about this deceptive name being crafted as a Biafra Military Council to stop our youth not to come into this slaughter table? Thank you.
And by Dalo Linno, only Konisi, when I saw any and many rock on Pasinketa, as a Copasinketa Malonum, I think which by zero, and the Cosidi, and the Kindle, if I be a Prime Minister Kuni Rockwa, Zoduki Biabo, Iabo, Ibo Media, Kaisiko when you were telling Nukozia do Kemba, Geniki when you Kubasta Makaya Bifa. Kabaroke drop for your comment, your own suggestion. Ni endani ne Biafran Prime Minister Gwoni Raobo. Thank you so much and stay tuned at Igbo Media. Daro no